And we are live. Do we have audio? 1 2 1 2. Do, 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 do. Just leaving a nice poll for you guys. Right, so don't know why that's. Have we got a poll? Here we go. Yeah, so XRP to 10K. Let me know in the comments. Right, what we're going to get into then is the crypto market. And we're going to go through, I've said 100 coins, but I'm just going to go through as many as I can be asked with, to be honest. And it's got to be coins that I've heard of because I can't really comment on a random shit coin. However, if you want to know what I think of any single coin, you let me know what you want me to comment on. And don't be offended if I say it's shit, because it most likely will be. Most likely will be. And how we're going to do this is with the scale here. So good is BTC. So BTC is obviously on the far end of the scale, which is good. Bad is this end of the scale, which is X and Y, which is the first, if not the second, shitcoin that I ever bought. It went to zero. Yeah. So let's just make that even more obvious. So we've got a love heart here, meaning that it's good. And then we've got a pile of shit over here because it's bad. And then we've got anywhere in between. So Ethereum is going over here. It's not as good as BTC, but it's basically there. Yeah. Let's begin. So we're going to start with going down. I mean, so just go down the list. So BNB, Binance Coin, has been around a long time. And this is one of the coins that I've spoken about previously that has gained a new all-time high every single time. Now, how much this is manipulated and how much it is in collusion with, the US president or whatever, because he's been pardoned, went to prison, did CZ. You can't deny that Binance is the largest crypto exchange in the world. Maybe not so the UK. But as well as that, the Binance chain is, used all the time. And it says here, BNB chain leads layer 1 active addresses and tokenized stock market. So if we go back to here, BNB, still an exchange coin, so I'm not going to put it right up there, but we'll go like here. Yeah. Let's get some color on this as well. Let's get green. Good. Bad can be red. Something like green. And the poo can be red as well. Get that. And OK is neutral. Right, next one. XRP. This is the most shilled coin of shilled coins. How many times have we looked at YouTube videos on here of people shilling this coin? The amount of videos that are out there at the moment, the amount of videos I've done taking the piss out of this coin with people who are actively saying that it's going to a ridiculous number. However, you know, I still think that it's a decent coin because over the course of the bull runs, it's always got an all-time high, apart from the middle one you can see on there, which was the suppressed really by the SEC case, but it's literally back to $1 now. And people are still saying there's still the guy that sits on his Porsche with his financial word salad, making up why it's going to go mad. And seen it many times. And I've said, you know, you can look at it yourself. If you want to go on the videos. The videos just keep coming. I'm not going to look through the videos, actually. I was going to look through them then, but it doesn't matter. In a bear market, what you would be better doing is probably looking at some liquidity pools and yielding. 30% APR, 100% APR. Quite a few for XRP on here. And there's other guys in the group using different platforms. If you want to know what I'm on about, link in description. Yeah, and I mean, this goes for a lot of coins. It depends how much you have of it. So if you got $1,000 of Kaspa, is it worth selling? Probably not. If you've got 10K, maybe think, what can I actually do with that? But the issue really with Kaspa is, and if we go over to the pools, there's no pools for it. It is not a good coin to use in DeFi. So we may as well cover that now. So if we look at Kaspa, it is the other category of coin where it's got an all-time high in the bull run, but nothing since. So we have no idea, flip a coin, if it's going to go higher or lower in the next bull run. Who knows? This could go back to all-time high. It may just continue to grind down like several other coins in there. But the main issue I have with this is you can't do anything with it. You cannot do anything with this coin apart from hold it. So it's not like you could go over to VFAT and then go, what liquidity pools are available? I know. Can't do anything. So if we're talking about Kaspa, go over to here. It can go either way for me. So I'm going to put here. If you want me to look at any other coins as well, just let me know. Right, let's keep going down. Oh, sorry, I didn't do XRP, did I? So let's go back to here. XRP. Is it good? Is it fantastic? It's probably about here. Is it going to go to 10K? No. Is it going to get to $5, $6, $7, $8, $9? Probably. So I'll put it here. Now, the next one is Solana. And Solana is another one of the coins that got an all-time high in the bull run, nearly $300. Gets a new all-time high every time. Been around since 2020, I think. Yep. So it's been around quite a bit. The ecosystem gets used a lot. All I need to do is check over at DeFi Llama. Click on Solana. 4 billion locked in here. Well, the previous total value locked was 9.9 billion. Got up to 13 billion this bull run. And there's plenty of things you can do with Solana. This is what I like it. You've got all these protocols that you can use to monetize your Solana. I've spoke about before using this, which is Orca, to use liquidity pools for your Solana. You can stake Solana. There's a lot that you can do with Solana. There's meme coins on it. It's got a dedicated wallet with it, like Phantom. So this is the thing when people talk about, oh, this tech, that's tech. It's being actively used in a lot of different markets for a lot of different things. You've got this, you've got Pump Fun. It's got a lot of money flowing in and out of it. And that is an active chain that is constantly growing. So for me, I'd say Solana's probably about here. Let's just get one of these up so we know what we're on about. Because this is the scale. This is the scale we're working with. Yeah. This is Zebec. Just looking off the chart, playing the same category as Kaspa. And again, this looks like it could go either way. It's a coin flip, isn't it? It's a coin flip. Has crypto cards. That's good. Super app. Stake it. So does that mean it is a layer one? Zebec network. Right. Let's. All we have to do is go over here. No, it's not actually a network, is it? Flip a coin, bro. That's all I'm saying. Flip a coin, because again, it's the same as Kaspa. Quite new. Hit all-time high. Will it hit one in the next bull run? Who knows? Who knows? Let's put it on here. So what is the thing for that? Is it just Zebec? ZBCN. Here we go. I could do with an espresso macchiato now as well. ThorChain Runa. I actually remember this from 2021. I held some at the time. And if I'm honest with you, I've not been keeping up to date what this coin has been doing. Security incident. The team has provided a post-mortem report. Does that mean it's died? I mean, exploit. Yeah, so this is a DEX, wasn't it? Between other chains rather than wrapping tokens. I remember it. So we've got a website. And essentially what ThorChain is, it means you don't have to go to... So, for example, if I was to swap between chains, what I would do is use this, which is dbridge. And I put in what I want to swap between, you know, USDC on Base to whatever, Bitcoin to Ethereum, blah, 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 on the decentralized exchange. If I want one asset on one chain to one asset another, you have to bridge it, really. So let's look at ThorChain. Honestly, I've not been on this in about 2 years. World's leading Bitcoin DEX. So this is pretty cool, actually. So you can swap Bitcoin to, oh no, unavailable. Bitcoin Cash, unavailable. Cosmos, Dash, Dogecoin. All these on ETH. Can't do Solana. I don't know why loads are unavailable. Tron, that's good. XRP. Zcash, that's cool. But the issue is this, which is the all-time high is about 5 years ago, which is exactly the same as the coin I had, which is EGLD. The chart looks better with this than EGLD because EGLD is just kind of dies a slow death. The issue with this is it's not at its all-time high again, and it's been over 5 years. Now, obviously, when I'm rating a coin, I'm just looking at this. I don't know what price you bought it at. But the issue with this is, will it ever, ever, ever go back up? You know? That is the issue. So unfortunately, sorry, bro. Probably putting it more towards here because I don't think that's coming back. I feel like putting it like over here still because I think it's got a use case. Like this swapping between you know, different chains is more of a use case than EGLD because there's just no use case for that. That is dead. I'm gonna have to just put it here. Even though I think they have 50-50 chance of coming back, this doesn't. Maybe though. So we may as well look at EGLD then. So if you look at that chart, then you look at this chart. This was my coin. If you didn't know, this was my coin back in 2020-21. All-time high. It's down 99.5%. All-time high. 23rd November 21. What a day that was. And it's been downhill ever since. Look at this. Got back up in the bull run recently to $60 odd, but it's far cry from 500. And now it's at $2. And this ain't coming back because no one will buy the coin. There's too many coins. Why would you buy it? That is the issue. Yeah. And it was a good promising coin back in the day because it was like, is this better than Ethereum? But this isn't getting and going anywhere, unfortunately. So if we go back to the list and this is it, like ThorChain used to be up there. That's number 208 in rankings. EGLD is 296. These all used to be like top 50 coins. These were good coins back in the day. And, you know, it's just not happening for them now. Right, where are we? Tron. This is, I would say, one of the best charts in crypto. Look at this chart. Have you seen a chart like this in crypto? Because I haven't. It literally looks like the S&P 500, apart from a few, massive spikes. It just keeps going up. Insane. Insane. And it's because, people use it for transactions in other countries. So, for example, paying in USDC, paying in USDT. And if we look at the network on DeFi Llama, 4.82 billion locked. And bear in mind how insane that is. When there's not really any coins on it. It's literally just stable coins. It's Tron and USDT. Where it's getting all this from. So you've got Solana, which has got less, probably about the same total value locked, right? But with Solana, stablecoin market cap on Solana, 15 billion. Tron, 91 billion. So this is a serious coin. And the chart, for me, is one of the best. And no one speaks about this coin. Literally no one speaks about this coin. You'll never see a hype video about this coin, yet it has outperformed a lot of coins. If you look at the price, 1 cent, done a 33x in 6 years, but nearly a constant 33x. All-time high on this, 43 cents. And it just keeps going. Honestly, an insane chart. So if we go back to here, if we got BTC and ETH as a top 2, I'd say Tron is number 3 for me. So on the scale, we're going to put it over this side. And let's be honest, it's only common sense, isn't it? Like, if you can't see how this chart with 91 billion locked, 91 billion stablecoin market cap, 4 billion locks keeps going up, how that is better than that, then I don't know. I don't know what to say. Big fan of EGLD. You may be, bro, but again, the chart ain't looking good. I'm still a fan of Guns N' Roses, but they ain't good anymore, bro. They ain't good anymore. Right. Zebec, I've done it, I think. Was it Zebec here? Same as Cass. Flip of a coin if it does all right. Same type of chart. Right, let's go back to this. Hyperliquid. And another interesting chart. If you look at this chart, look at that. And what is very interesting about this chart is it got an all-time high in the bull run, and it's got an all-time high in the bear market. Literally 2 months ago, it got an all-time high. 2 months ago, June 16th. And if we look at the website, so you can trade on here. You can think you do, yeah, perps. You can earn. There's vaults, there's staking. Loads of people longing and shorting on here. And this is just extremely popular at the moment. Extremely popular. There are other ones that people used to use, but Hyperliquid is just insane because it's its own chart. I think as well, you can also use it in liquidity pools. Here you go. So you can use it in liquidity pools, 50%, 50%, 43% APR on it. We got any farms? 86% for that. So USDC and wrapped hype pool, 86% APR. And if you don't know what I'm on about, as always, link in description. Or book a call. I can't remember what the QR code actually points to be honest with you. You'll have to scan it and find out. So yeah, I like Hyperliquid. You can use it. It's a layer one. 1.2 billion locked, 6 billion stable coins, going up nicely. So we're going to put hype probably about here. Right, next one. Shout out any that you want as well, as long as I know what it is. Let's try and go for some interesting ones. Zcash. Zcash thinks flip Monero now. This start of the chart is horrendous. If you do that though, there's been renewed interest. So the main renewed interest in this is privacy, with what is happening with a lot of the need for privacy at the moment. I've talked about it before. Winklevoss twins have set up a Zcash treasury, and it basically accumulates. They're trying to accumulate, I think, 5% of the circulating supply of this coin. And the company they've set up to do this is this. So it's got a stock price. They've got 1.9%. No debt, unlike Michael Saylor. So they've got an average purchase price. Yeah, like how they got the matrix. An average purchase price of $341, and it's 476. 471 at the moment. I quite like it. Is it better than Monero? Basically because it's got more interest commercially than Monero, because you can't really do anything with Monero, to be honest with you. Probably. Will it work out for them? I don't know. So I'm going to put it probably about here. Chainlink. How far down the market rankings is this gone? 19th. See, this is the issue again. There's the same issue again every time with all these coins. And you know, no matter what they announce, no matter what they do, the price just goes down. Pumped in the bull run, but nowhere near the all-time high over 5 years ago, $52. So again, Chainlink, I don't really need to look into too much because charts never lie. So it's probably there. Right, back to this. See, some of these I know a lot about, some I don't know a little about, some I don't know a lot about, if I'm completely honest with you. Litecoin is an interesting one. So Litecoin, I've held this before, made a bit of profit on it. You know, this has been around a long time, but again, all-time high 5 years ago. I hoped in the bull run it would do better. It started its rise up again, but it could only get to under 150. I mean, the all-time high is 400. So, unfortunately, Litecoin, unfortunately, I think they're about here. Even though it's an OG coin, I like my OG coins, but I don't think it's coming back. You probably just bounce around. Maybe a bit more likely than Rune and Link, but again, I don't know. Maybe move them a bit forward. Hard to say. There's clear distinctions though. You know, with this. So if you were to draw a line, like, you know, good, okay, bad on our sliding scale. DIA, I don't know what that is. Is that a coin? Or is that an acronym? Please don't give me a bad chat. Oh, bro, I'm not even rating this. I mean, if you're looking at that chart and you can not say if that's good or bad, I don't know what to say. Right? I'm going to say it again one last time because, right, here is the lesson for today. Here is the lesson on chart reading. Right? I've got a toddler. Yep. And my toddler would be able to know this now. Right? This is a bad chart. This is a good chart. Yeah? Bad chart. Good chart. Bad chart. Good chart. Does everyone agree? Bad chart. Good chart. Right. Anyway. What are your thoughts on Keta? So this is a coin I started speaking about in March. I still got some, took some profits, and this is the same category as Keta and Keta, Kaspa, and what was the other one? ZBCN. It's had one bull run, but this chart looks shitter by the day, if I'm honest with you, because you know you would hope it would try and hover around this 25 cents thing, but you know, chart at the moment 9 cents is dog shit, if I'm honest. I've still got mine, but again, flip a coin. Will it do well? Will it do not? You always hear stuff with every single coin. Not just Keta, but with every coin, you'll hear information about this tech event happened, whether it's like they've increased the speed, they've increased the partnerships, listed on this exchange, blah blah blah. But if the price ain't moving, then again, the first thing you got to look at is the chart. I hold this. I'm not going to sell it because what's the point? But very hard for me to say, would I buy this now? Because the chart looks dog shit at the moment, if I'm completely honest. I made some profit. I got in 19 cents, sold around 80. Probably could have made more. But that's how it goes. Some people never sell. That's the issue. So we go back to here. And that's why I do DeFi now, because you make an ROI every day. There's no guessing. So yeah, Keta, part of that. And if you're wondering what I mean by DeFi, you literally go on VFAT and you get an ROI back. Simples. You can search the pools, get your rewards, claim it when you want. It is easy to do. Easy to do. Right. One coin I want to speak about, I actually bought and sold. I've still got some, but it ain't much. Is this one, Cashcat. If you're wondering what it is the main meme coin on the Robinhood chain. And I've spoke about yielding it in DeFi. It's now got 500 million locked in this chain. Robinhood are basically bringing tokenized stocks to the market. Now, there's obviously tokenized stocks on other chains, but Robinhood is obviously not traditional, but an online stocks and shares app. So their mission is to bring more tokenized stocks to the crypto market. And on that chain, Cashcat is the leading one. I bought this at, I can't remember what price I bought it at, but I sold it literally at this price that it's at now, here. Not all of it. Made a little bit of profit. That'll do for my euros for my holiday. And then I'm just going to keep the rest in. If it rides, it rides. If it doesn't, I've made profit. And that's the mentality you've got to have with these meme coins, because they have a lifetime, a suppressed lifetime, not long. And the logic is behind it that they run and then they die. So Cashcat started here because I made some money, but it will inevitably do this. And Cashcat will go like this. Currently on the scale where Cashcat is, it's probably about here. If it goes back up, back here. But again, flip a coin. Nobody knows. Absolutely nobody knows what's going to happen. I've got in and got out. I literally just saw it on Robinhood chain, put a bit of money in, and then it went up. And that is what you get with meme coins. Right, so let's keep going. Avalanche. Now, this is an interesting one. Oh, good timing. Now, Avalanche was bigger in the last bull run. I'm not going to lie, because there was a lot of tokens getting launched on it. Probably on the same level as Solana, to be fair. And the main kind of DEX, I think it's been renamed now. Yeah, it used to be called Trader Joe, but now it's called lfg.gg. What? This isn't it. How is Trader Joe gone? Can anyone tell me? Maybe this is why it's not doing as good. 6 billion locked. TVL didn't get anywhere near it was, which isn't good. Token usage. Is there not any? Well, that's bad. So there you go. They've not even got their own decks anymore. That's the issue. The DEX has gone and the market's gone down. I think you can use it to still yield it. What have we got? Yeah, 80%. They've actually got a pool here. 394%. You probably have to widen the range. That's pretty good. Even on a 40% range, you can get 97% back in a wrapped Avalanche USDC pool. So that's pretty cool. But going back to here, the issue is the chart doesn't look great again. Over 4 years since all-time highs. The longer it goes from the all-time high, in my opinion, the harder it is to get back. If you buy at $6, will you make money? Possibly. The issue is, though, if you've held since $100, then that becomes another problem. So AVAX is probably over here now. Still being used, but it's slipping down the scale. And obviously the scale can move, you know. EGLD could pump and go here. Extremely unlikely, but no. Got someone saying Bittensor. So that's pretty good, actually, that it got an all-time high in March 8th, 2024. And then again, March 7th, 2024. That's pretty good, to be fair, because not many of these AI coins, and I believe it is an AI coin, have done well. Fetch.ai did well. I sold it. Everyone went mad. And now it's gone down the shit. This is ChatGPT written. So I don't have time to read through all this, but I remember last time I looked at it, it was a decent coin. Use all these wallets for it, cold storage, Ledger, Tangent. Not heard of half of these. Can we use it in pools? Nope. Oh, yeah, we can. 82%, 193%. So you can use it in some pools, which is interesting. It probably is slightly more bullish than on that. Probably more over here on this boundary. Because it still is flip of a coin. There's not enough price history for me, but we're about there. Sorry, EGLD, you're on your own at the moment, which is bad. Let's just put this here, shall we? The first two coins I bought. POE and XMY, filling this shit zone. I mean, I could put more on here that went to shit. Jade Protocol is another one that went to shit. Phoenix Community Capital, that was dog shit as well. These are all like the old bull run. Bullish on Aave, right? Let's look at Aave. Now, the only issue with Aave is it didn't get back to its all-time high. And you know what I said 5 years ago? So the annoying thing, and I was speaking about this on a podcast the other day, was that the actual platform of Aave. Look, so if you look at the platform of Aave, which has billions and billions and billions locked, and the actual main guy from Aave, I don't know if you knew this, he actually took out a loan to buy a house on Aave. So he's an actual user of the Aave platform. But in terms of the actual token, you know, I still hold a bit. I did take some profits. I think I got a price of was it 18? I sold it at 200. Let me just double check the price. Yeah, it looks about right because he got to an all-time high of 300. Yeah, and the issue is if you look at this, so you've got all-time high, not all-time high. So it's diminishing returns. But if you look at the total value locked, so how much the platform is kind of making and how much is being locked in the platform for people to borrow crypto, stake crypto, it's gone the opposite way. So there is no actual correlation in theory between the token price and how well the platform does, which is a shame really, because I like Aave. I like the platform. I like the token. But again, it's like, why? There's no correlation. There's correlation between, say, if we were looking at BNB coin and the Binance centralized exchange. Total value locked has gone up all the time, and so's all-time high. But there isn't a correlation with these two, and that's unfortunately the downside of Aave, even though I like the coin. So we've got to probably put it here at the moment. Again, always can change. Yeah, so this is a big point, and this is what people don't realize. And the good example of this is probably EGLD. So the point here, I find solid projects back in the day just treading water for too long for new, better competitor projects to come in and surpass them. And that is exactly what has happened with a lot of these old coins. And that's why I'm kind of less bullish on the old coins. Because who's buying it? For this to pump, you need fresh blood. Nobody from the 2021 bull run is buying this. Absolutely fucking no one is buying this from the old bull run. The only people who are buying this are traders to make money on the trading. And I don't know who else. And that is the issue. And it isn't just EGLD. You know, you look at a lot of the coins as well. So we talked about Avalanche. Avalanche is a layer one. How many layer ones have launched in the meantime? that are doing better than this. Because going back to this, new, better competitor projects come in and surpass them. And that is what happens to a lot of coins that have been around for a long time that haven't had an all-time high in 4 or 5 years. You get new blood coming in, and that is what people are buying instead of these. That is the mindset. You've always got to think who's buying it, because people would rather buy a chart that is on the up, an exciting, fresh new coin that is doing well, rather than one that is not doing well and the chart is going down and down and down. And that's what just happens over and over and over again in crypto. People buy the shiny new object. It is very hard for coins to have the longevity in crypto, unfortunately. We spoke about coins that have done well and had the longevity. You know, what's had longevity in crypto? BTC, ETH, XRP, BNB, Solana, Tron, Zcash. But then, you know, the new kid on the block is hype. People are buying hype instead of Rune, you know, instead of Litecoin. Then you've got new ones that have launched, but it's 50-50 if they go back to the all-time high. Kaspa, ZBCN, Keta. You've got Avalanche that has been surpassed by new projects. Avalanche hasn't kept the pace of XRP, BNB, Sol, and Tron. It's slipped down. Same with Aave, unfortunately. Then you've got ones that have really fallen off, like EGLD, that have not kept up with these. These have got the longevity. And all these new coins are coming through and pushing the likes, unfortunately, because I like this coin, EGLD back, pushing Avax back, pushing Aave back. Because people want to be on the train, the hype of something going up, making all-time new highs. And there's that many coins now. Out of a list of coins, if you get someone that goes through here and has a look, they're unfortunately not going to pick these old coins that aren't doing as well. They just ain't going to do it. That's just how the cookie crumbles. You know? Polygon's another one. This one went down the shitter. You know? And this is another coin. It's a layer 2. This is like one of the first layer 2s that came out. But again, it's just, oh no, sorry. So this is the migrated one because it says 2023. This is where it's confusing me. But this is another one. Where's the original contract then? Because this is older than 2023. Polkadot is another one, actually. I don't know when this came out, but you know, all-time high 5 years ago. Again, look at the chart. Why would anyone buy this? Someone tell me why someone would buy this and not buy Hyperliquid. Because if you look at the chart of this, why would you not rather buy these? And the answer you're going to get is, well, Polkadot is at 78 cents. The all-time high is $54. If I buy it at 78 cents, I'm going to be rich because it goes back to all-time high. It does not work like that at all. But I don't know why you wouldn't be why you'd be that greedy, because even if you look at, I don't know, Solana. If you look at Solana, a coin that has got an all-time high every single bull run, it's at $75. All-time high was 300. So what potential, if you accumulate it, you've got the potential there. Put it in a liquidity pool, accumulate more of it. That's more of a plan than just, you know, buying something like this and hoping. And again, I suppose it all depends on price as well. So it's like this guy says here, if XRP gets to $10, I'll make a good amount of profit. So he bought at 35 to 50 cents, which is really good. Or if he sold today, doubled his money, more than doubled his money. So I want you to take from this, when you're looking at charts, when you're looking at coins, try to think who is going to buy it. Who is going to buy it? Because someone needs to buy it to pump it. Somebody. And I can tell you now that someone, i.e. a new person to crypto or an institution, would rather buy things that keep going up, not things that keep going down. You've got all the different types of investors that are available. Institutions, the reason why a lot of these big billion-dollar market cap cryptos keep coming back is because institutions are buying them. You've got the Winklevoss twins with the Zcash. You've got big ETFs with ETH. You've obviously got BTC with Michael Saylor, etc. You've got the massive ecosystems of Sol, Tron, BNB. XRP is pushed in every single thing. People are actively buying all of these, but no big institutions, for example, are buying this. People only day trading it, week trading, whatever. No new crypto investors are buying this because they would rather buy stuff that goes up. And I'm going to round it off with this last comment. Aerodrome, and I think it's going to be a similar answer to Aave. I like Aerodrome. So this actually got a new all-time high in the bull run. Went up in 24, went up in 25, which is brilliant. This is actually doing better than Aave, although it's not been around as long. This is a decentralized exchange where you can yield your crypto. Obviously, I use VFAT. You can use Euro on here. Plenty of coins that you can yield on. So I'm going to put Aerodrome here. Like that. Right. That's it for me. If you enjoy my content and you like what I do, yeah, I agree. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe. Links in description if you want to work with me. Download the DeFi playbook or the link for VFAT if you want to use it. Cheers for watching, guys. See you next week on another live.